So I apologize. I'm gonna be talking slower because I'm still a little nasally. I'm still recovering from my allergy cold situation that I had earlier this week, so I'm still a tad messed up. But I'm mad at myself. I kind of regret not streaming this Xbox presentation, this Xbox showcase, because my god, what a showcase it was. I think debatably the best of the three so far. Debatably, right? Because we got so many cool, neat reveals during the Xbox showcase. But one of the things that was most important to me in regards to this in particular, as you've seen from the title and thumbnail, was indeed Persona, right? Because not only did they give off a little bit more information, they showed us a little bit more of a glimpse into Persona 4 Revival, which we've been waiting to see more of for at least the last year now. But we also got a literal blink and you miss it type teaser for Persona 6. It was nothing. It was a graveyard with some real horror-esque undertones and a green logo. And that is it. We got nothing else. But now we know Persona 6 exists. And I think we could take it on Atlus's good word that we'll see it again soon enough, considering the fact that, you know, right now it makes sense for them to push Persona 4 Revival much harder and much more, considering the fact that we just got our official release date, which is in February of next year, right? Obviously, there's no in between as to how we're releasing or how we're getting our games. We're either getting everything of September or we're getting everything else next year. No in between. Nothing is touching November or even December, because those first 2 months of sales matter more than almost anything else for a video game, and nobody even wants to get within the general realm of GTA 6, to the point where they're giving them November, December, and basically all of January to just do whatever they need to do, let people just have their fun with it, talk it out as much as humanly possible, and let the conversation die down as much as possible in regards to GTA 6 before they can, you know, get the gears turning again, right? Which is why everybody's dogpiling everything in September. But thankfully, that's not really the case for Persona. We seem to be getting that well into February, which makes a lot more sense, and I'm totally happy about that. Take as much time as they need to cook, and I mean, obviously they have. They've been cooking so long that they have Persona 4 Revival ready to go and Persona 6 on the way. So we're looking good. We're eating good right now, right? And again, I apologize. I'm gonna have a couple of coughs here and there, but I might try to edit it out if Future Soul can remember. But we just need to talk about this teaser, right? Because this teaser looks absolutely incredible. I'm so excited that it's ridiculous, right? And I shouldn't even be excited like that, right? Because I just made a video not that long ago talking about the fact that we didn't in reality need a Persona 4 remake all that badly, right? And I still stand by that, you know. I still don't think it's all that necessary, especially given the situation that we had with Persona 3 Reload, in which, yep, it's Persona 3, but it's got that Persona 5 suave to it. Now it's got that new coat of paint. It looks good. It's got, you know, some new tracks in there. Some of the best tracks we've seen in the series, so I'm not too mad about that. But we got some phenomenal music. We got updated progression design. How we go about exploring Tartarus and stuff like that was just absolutely just wonderful. I love the more roguelike or roguelite situation that we had with the dungeon design there. So that was really cool. But then, you know, there was a little bit of a burnout situation, especially for older players that are coming back because they already know, you know, Persona 3 like the back of their hand. So going into this after like FEZ or even Persona 3 Portable, which, you know, is crazy that we didn't have the female protagonist in any way, shape, or form in Reload. It's a damn shame. We couldn't even get that as DLC. It's upsetting. But, and then, you know, the DLC situation with Aegis and stuff like that, you know, people were just super burnt out on that, and thankfully I never played the original DLC or the, you know, the after story, the post game like that, so I didn't know the next story. I was going in completely blind, so, you know, it was a first time experience for me, and they made it much more streamlined, a lot easier to get into, even if it was a little bit of a grind fest. But I like grinding, right? So I say all this because I have a little bit of a fear with that when it comes to Persona 4 Revival, because, you know, there's a lot of content. There's a lot of good content in Persona 4 Golden, especially with the, you know, the extra additional story mode with Marie and stuff like that. This is not a spoiler. You know what I'm saying? Like, this game is well over a decade old, right? So it's like, you know, when you really consider what's going on with that, it's kind of hard not to really be a little worried in the case of, like, you know, are we changing up anything? Like, what are we changing up that's going to make it justified for a lot of older players to come back? Because the closer we get, the more I feel like me and a lot of others are going to realize, like, oh boy, yeah, we're about to get Persona 4 again. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's cool, it's dandy. You know, we love Persona 4. Persona 4 is debatably the best of the three, of the main, like, three that made Persona popular in the West. You know, so it's just like, you know, getting Persona 4 in this light will really shine a light on these characters and their stories and the overall arcing plot of Persona 4 in a way that not as many could have experienced like they probably would have if they played the original, like, PS2 version, or, you know, the PSP, or the you know, Golden. You know what I'm saying? I almost said PS Vita, but whatever. Regardless, we're in such a weird situation with that. And, you know, part of me, most of me is excited. You know, I'm still generally looking forward to this and stuff like that. I think it's just the case of the burnout situation that I had with, you know, I mean, just with Persona in general. You know, with Persona 5, we've had Persona 5 content for 10 years. Not only have we had, like, major DLCs and Royal and stuff like that, but we've also had so many crossovers. We've had so much Joker in everything. Joker is literally a boss battle in Persona 3 Reload. You know what I'm saying? We've had so much Persona 5 content for the last 5 years, or for the last 10 years now. It's just like, okay, we need some new, fresh blood. Persona 3 Reload wasn't exactly what we meant when we said that, but it's like, okay, you know, Persona 3 is kind of old, you know what I'm saying? Like, sure, a new coat of paint couldn't hurt. It makes sense to do this, fine. Persona 4, even, like I said, I'm still excited, and it still looks beautiful, you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful that we're getting the beautiful looking UI, the updated graphics, we're getting some, you know, some new blood in the voice acting world, you know what I'm saying? We're getting to see who's gonna be playing some of our favorite characters this time around. I'm really excited to see who that new voice cast is gonna be. I'm really ecstatic. I think one of the things I'm most excited about is to see how they handle dungeon progression this time around, because the way it worked in Persona 4 Golden, or just Persona 4 in general, was like, it was just hallways. It was like, low-key, the most, of the three, probably the most, no, I can't even say that, because it was kind of the same thing as 3. Very similar situation, where you just kind of hunt for the stairs, and there would be, like, mid-points where you would fight, like, you know, mid-bosses and stuff like that. So it's just like, you know, I really wonder how they're going to switch that up, because the change up, how they handled it in Reload was astounding. I really like the progression system there. So I'm just super curious to see how they go about it this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe it'll be a very similar situation. Maybe it'll be just, you know, randomly generated dungeon, but like with a little bit more flair, some more checkpoints, and just a little bit more suave to it. Who knows? I'd be okay with that, you know what I'm saying? As long as they make it a little bit more interesting to explore, you know, maybe hide those chests in more interesting ways or places, or add some more unique elements, you know? I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of fun ways they could potentially go about it. So we'll just have to play that one by ear, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also very much looking forward to the music and stuff like that, you know? Like I said, Persona 3 Reload introduced so much good music. I still listen to Color Your Night to this day. You know what I'm saying? I love Color Your Night. Oh my god, right? But in the same vein, I still listen to Heartbeat Heartbreak on a regular. Like, I don't go like more than 3 days without listening to that damn song, because it's just that good. Because Persona 4 music is cracked out of its mind. I mean, honestly, I think that applies to most Persona games, if not all of them, right? Even I'm even talking 1 and 2. I still listen to School Days on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Like, Persona music is cracked out of its mind. Sega knows what they're doing in the booth. They don't. I can't think of a company that rivals them in terms of music. I really can't. You know what I'm saying? You can fight me on that one. Even, like, Square, maybe, but, like, even then, like, I'm sorry, but oof, they still take it. So I'm really excited to see what kind of remixes we get for the music in Persona 4 Revival and stuff like that. I'm very curious to see what kind of new music we get too. I just can't imagine how they're gonna go about it. I'm so excited to see what they do that's new. But like I said, on the other hand, it's like, but you know, it's gonna be remixed music of familiar music that we've been listening to for the last decade plus. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the same story that we already know, good and well, which is cool and all. This is definitely more for a newer audience, right? Because obviously this is trying to get the Persona 5 audience more into Persona, which, I don't know, I feel like the weird thing with Persona in particular that I've noticed is that Persona 5 did a really good job of getting people into the Persona series as a whole, I think, from what I'd seen, right? I've never seen a situation with, like, unlike Personas, where people will play the newest, shiniest one and then be like, yeah, I don't want to play the other two. Like, I don't want to play the other available Persona games. I'm good. Like, 9 times out of 10, most people were always at least very interested or, like, already have jumped into the rest of the series. Like, that's how I went about it. I played the series mostly backwards. I technically started with 4, but I didn't finish, like, an actual Persona game until 5, and then I understood how everything worked and then worked my way backwards, right? So, you know, when it comes to Persona 4 Revival, you know, in a way, this is their way of being like, hey, Persona 5 fans, guess what? You know, this game was perfectly good back in the day, but you probably didn't want to look at it because it looked a little, you know, like a PS2 game, so here we go, you know what I'm saying? Now it looks like Persona 5. It's shiny, it's new, it's got that UI that you like so much. Take a whiff. It's got that new look to it, that new sound to it. Take a taste, you know what I'm saying? So, we're in a whole different ballpark now. And it's like, phew. Like, okay, cool. I really hope we see some new, like, fresh content that'll really help justify getting this game too, right? I'm still gonna get it. Call me a sucker, call me a shill, whatever. I'm still, do not get it twisted, still stupid excited for Persona 4 Revival. I'm really looking forward to it. I just hope I don't face too heavy of a similar burnout like I did with Reload. Because that one was kind of heavy after that. I was like, oh, yeah, like, I still pushed through it. Like, that burnout, I definitely felt it. More so during the DLC, but, like, I definitely felt it. And it sucks to say that and to even admit that aloud, but it's like, hey, it is what it is. It happened. So it's like, hopefully, we feel good about this. But overall, I think most of us can agree that Persona 4 Revival is looking real good. It's looking shiny. The UI looks great. We're excited to see what the dungeons are going to operate like, what the music is going to sound like, what the aesthetic is going to feel like now that it's got that new coat of paint. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we going to finally see a new, like, rendition of the you know, the Narukami household, you know what I'm saying? Dude, the Narukami shuffle, if they didn't find a way to keep that in, Atlas, we might have to box. If we can't do the Narukami shuffle, it's gonna be a problem. I'm so serious. It's gonna be an actual, genuine, certified issue if we can't hit the Narukami shuffle during Heartbeat Heartbreak. I'm gonna scream. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe we'll have a Narukami shuffle too with a new overworld theme. Who knows? But I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm nasally as hell, so I'm gonna get the hell out of here. But I'm passing the mic over to you guys, and I want you guys to tell me everything that you're thinking in the comment section below. Are you excited for Persona 4 Revival? Does it look good? Are you feeling good about it? You're gonna pick it up frame 1. It is the most exciting thing about Persona that we've had in a long time. Or are you on the opposing side? Not your thing. You're skipping out on this. Kind of a waste of time. You're not really feeling it. Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I am always gonna be down there with you guys. But with that, it does appear to be Skedaddle O'Clock, so I'm gonna go ahead and do just that. I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm gone. So thanks again. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor of taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye! Doing donuts in a bin. I stay funky. Battle goes wherever I am. I stay funky. I don't know who's ready to spit. Just know you're going down with my 58 clips. I stay funky. Honey's taking back to the crib. I stay funky. Get the club popped off like pain. I stay funky. I don't know.